Alrighty. Hello? Alright, I hope this thing's working. Welcome to my first advanced tutorial, I guess. Um, yeah, so if you don't, basically what I'm saying is, if you're not good at scripting yet, you're gonna struggle. But if you want to go ahead and just snag the script, go ahead. I really don't care. Anyways, even if they snag the script, they won't really understand. But let's begin, because we have a lot of ground to cover. So it's gonna be split up into parts, but for now we're just gonna get we're just doing the preparation, I guess, for now. So let's get all those essentials out of the way. I'm not gonna explain things as much because, as I said, this is more advanced. So if you already know what you're kind of doing, then I guess you can kind of keep up. If you have two monitors, at least. If not, then I guess I should probably say something. Alright, so we got the player, we got the character. We'll do the input service. And then put began. Connect. I guess capital connect. People keep yelling at me for it. Input. And then whatever that is. Typing. Okay. Input. We'll do F, yeah, to unequip the sword. Sword tutorial, as you already know. Okay. And now let's call this main, I guess. And then we'll insert an object. We'll put a remote event. Actually, here. Let's put this in the replicated storage. We'll call it sword equip. Yeah. Alright, and then we'll put a server script somewhere. We'll put it in a server script service. We'll call this sword handler for now. Okay, so with this, what we're going to do is we're going to do game replicated storage sword equip fire server, and then yeah, that's all for now. Okay, and then the server script, we're going to do game replicated storage dot sword equip connect function, and we'll do input comma. All right, you know what, my brain's going places. We'll do player comma, I guess action. No, it's sword equip. Here, let's put action and then B1, B2. And then we'll just rename this to like sword. Yeah. Go to your local script as well, because we just changed it. And this is what both scripts should look like right now. Okay. So now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to animate this properly, because it's gonna be rough. I'm gonna get the old animation sweet real fast, just because I tried doing this tutorial before and this was just impossible. It's fucking worthless plugin. It's good, but like it's so unnecessary in some areas. This one was just so much easier to use. Alright, so people are gonna scream if I don't show R6 and R15. Scream their brains out and just fucking pout and whine. So here's our R15 dummy, and then here's our R6 dummy. So the reason I brought these out is because we're going to do some rigging, and you're going to need two plugins, which I will put in the description. So we have this, we have this one. It's semi-broken, quote-unquote, but it's actually really good. And honestly, we're not going to be doing anything complex. So, yeah, just grab that. And then I'll put this also in the description. Welder, the most useful welding script of all time. So we'll need that as well. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a part. This will be this like the sword handle where your sword will be on your body. I'll explain it in a second. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on the hand, create two, and call them weapon R because right hand. So weapon R, put it in both of these guys. And then what I'm gonna do is right arm, I'm gonna get its position, go to weapon R, paste the position, and then just drag it down so it's poking a little bit. Just poking outward. This would be where you hold the sword. And now what we're gonna do is do the same over here. So right hand, get the position, weapon R, position. Make sure it's poking out just a bit. Alright, we're all set. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to plugins and then go to custom creator character thing. Click bind, base part, so first part, second part, we're gonna edit it. And then make sure your mode is in movement and make sure it's 1/10 and just move it down once. So now it's centered and hit finish. Now we can go over here, edit, and oops. Okay. And now we can do the same exact thing here. So base part, click, edit, make sure it's centered here. Okay, cool. We should name this. So go on the right arm or right hand, whichever one you're doing, and name the motor 60 right handle, I guess. Yeah, right handle. Alright, so the reason I did this is because we're gonna animate the sword so it has more life to it. Let me grab a model. It's just a random sword because I don't have any on me right now. Here, why don't we be cool? Why don't we be neat? let's use this. Alright, so with our Xenoblade weapon, or whatever weapon you've decided to use. I guess this is a really good example, because this is a big sword. So, with this, get the handle of your sword, wherever it is. Create a copy of this for the script, and put it in the script for now. So, put it in the server script. And here, what we're going to do is, for visual representation, saddle it up on the hand. Yep. Okay, that's pretty centered. We'll do it over here as well. Yep. Okay, so what we're going to do is, with our weld, this is for visual representation right now. So, with our weld, what we're going to do is, our welding thing, we are going to, why is it, whatever. Alright, with our thing, click the handle. Make sure none of it's anchored or can collide. Good idea. For whichever sword you're using. I probably shouldn't have used something so complex. Just, if it has a part, like, if it's literally just a mesh. If it's a single part, all you need to do is weld the one part. So, with this weld script, we can weld this whole sword together. You know what? I'm sorry. Let me just move this out of the way. It would have been cool to use this, but it's extra work that I don't think you guys want to put in your brain. But I will show you with this weld script or plugin. What we can do is you basically just select the entire thing. The last part you select will be the parent of all the welds, and it all welds it all together. So now this is an entire weld. It's very nice plugin, very useful. I like it. Alright, let me grab a actual sword. Good enough. I'll take it. Alright, a single mesh. Yes, that's what we want. Okay. We'll call this sword. Reset its orientation. Get rid of the particles and sounds, because we don't need that. I'll put this sword in the sword handler. Make sure it's not locked, of course. Okay. So let me just center these real fast. Man, I wonder how much time I just wasted. At some point of this tutorial, I know someone's gonna be like, "Oh my fucking god, Please just hurry up. But I like taking my time. You know what I mean? Alright, so weapon R. Yeah, I might as well have just gotten the position of the weapon R. Okay. Yeah, so this is what it looked like when you first weld it. I will get to that later. Alright, as for animations, so now, when you animate, when you move the arm and all that, okay. I forgot to weld it. Just click sword and then weapon R, and then hit weld. Hit the weld button in your plugins. So, sword, then weapon R, weld. Alright, we're good. Now, when you animate, this will be connected. It'll be connected to your hand as well. But, what you can do is, with this new joint we added, you can now spin this and do all sorts of crazy things with it. Give your sword some life, rather than, you know, the typical, like, most games do. You just kind of, like, it's connected to the hand, and that's boring. Especially for R6. Like, when this is your sword animation, it's just like, okay. But with this, now we can add some life to that sword, you know what I mean? Okay. I'm gonna be using R15, because I personally like R15 more. So let me just make a quick animation. It'll be real fast. And maybe you can learn some animation tricks from me. Actually, no. I'm not that good of an animator. I take that back. Alright, we don't need anything crazy. Just something basic. You know, you can animate this now. Okay. So, just a quick pullback. And the slash. Great. Okay. I probably shouldn't animate the legs. No. We don't need that. Yeah, no legs. Okay, cool. And then just finish this off. Okay. And here we can actually animate the sword a bit. Make it nice. Alright, cool. That's as basic as we're gonna get. So this. Let's just overwrite. Oh, voice correct. Oh my. We'll just overwrite this. Alright, now that we have our animation, we can proceed to the coding part again. Hooray. So in the sword handler, what we're gonna do is we actually have to do something real fast. And I think a bunch of people are probably already thinking, well, our players don't have this part of us. Well, we're going to do that right now. So, if action is equal to setup, then, yeah, let's call it setup. And at the very beginning of the script, we'll do, right here, we'll do setup. And then, what we're going to do is in here, basically create the part again. So, it's called H, this is that new part. Put it in the player. We'll have to actually add a thing. So local C with the player character. And then what we're gonna do is h.name is equal to weapon R. At least that's what I think I called it. Yeah. Okay. So now let's do the rest of this. Alright, so now it's exactly like our part. So what we're gonna do is local J. This will be our joint. Local J is equal to instance.new motor 60, and we'll put it in the right arm, right hand. Alright, so if you have R15, what you're going to do is c.right hand. If you have R6, you're going to do C bracket right arm. I'm using R15 though, so right hand. Alright, so J.part0, C to right hand, same as whatever you put here. And then J.part1 is equal to H. Alright, so with this, it won't be exact, and I'm going to show you something right now. So if you've never used this run command thing down here, this, what is it called? Command bar. Down here, this command bar, wherever it may be, what you're going to want to do is, alright, so follow with me here. If you have, whatever your dummy's name is, do workspace, well first do print, bracket, workspace. I have R15 dummy. R15 dummy dot right hand, and then in the right hand we have right handle. So right handle, and then .co, and then we're gonna print that, and see how it's moved down like -0.01. I'll only worry about these first three. These first three are the important ones. The rest of this is like rotation. So let's just worry about this. So for us, what we're gonna do for our 15 people, we're gonna do j.co is equal to cframe.new 0. -0.10, just like that. As for the R6 dummy, we're going to do the same thing. Workspace, put R6 dummy, whatever you named it, and then we'll do bracket right arm, right handle, CO. Alright, so we moved it a whole one. So what we're going to do is, well, if you're R6 at least, do a whole -1. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, what we're going to do now is we are going to test it. So as the rule goes, let's double check everything just in case. So setup. We have, oh, where did I type that? Wait. No. It didn't just disappear, did it? I swear to... What? Where'd it go? Wait a minute. Oh, I closed it. Alright. You know, just pretend that never happened. Okay. So here's our joint. Here's this. We're R6. Or R15. Okay. Now let's test it. And by the laws of coding, this should probably error first try. Yep. Oh. Alright. I'm sure somebody already called me out on this one. Alright, so on server event. Yep. Game.replicated storage.stored on server event. Alright. Okay. Now it seems we're fine. Let's check our body. We have weapon R, and it's in the right spot. Perfect. So now we have a new joint. A joint that we've made. If I did R6, it would probably still work. So, yeah. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we have to do the equip and unequip for the weapon. So what we're going to do here, we'll do equip and unequip. And here, it'll be pretty simple. So, sorry. Okay. We'll do else if action is equal to equip then, and then we'll do another if C find first child sword, then that's because that's what our sword is, and this will be if it already found it. So we'll do that last. So what we're gonna do is local s is equal to script.sword clone s.parent is equal to c. Now we're gonna weld this. So local w is equal to instance.new weld, and then s. Sorry about the long process, but Come on, we gotta give it your all. So we gotta give it our all if we want a good sword. So this should have actually been C.right or weapon R. C.weapon R, C.weapon R, and then W.part1 is equal to S. And on first try, this may not exactly work. And what I mean by this is that, well, it's gonna be welded like this, and that's, you're probably saying, "Ah, you phony!" I'm not phony, please. What I'm saying is, yikes. What I'm saying is that what you're gonna have to do is W.co, because CO is a weld and joint thing. And what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna say from.new and then 0, -2. Alright, no more of that horrible accent. This may be a trial and error thing. I'm personally relying on -1.25. It may be different for everybody else. Well, not that different. Alright, we're getting there. So close. Alright, 1.5. That sounds like a good round number. I mean, not really, but alright, it's in our grasp. It's perfect. This animation doesn't match up with it too well, but it's perfect. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is make it so you can unequip it. And like that, we're gonna do local, or see, you know what, literally just, yeah, because we already found it. Alright, cool. So now what will happen is we can tap F to equip it, and then F to put it away. There's no animation yet, but this is the good baseline. And if I were to, like, it's fine. We're not. So don't worry about, like, someone rapid tapping it. Now up here, or actually no. Now what we're gonna want is, I might as well do slashing. Yeah, so for the slashing part, whatever your animation was, go to your animations, grab the ID. Wow. So use the ID, and now we're gonna make the slash. So else if action is equal to slash, then, and we'll do local track instance.new animation. And we'll do track.animation ID is equal to Roblox asset ID // no capitals. That will break it. If you have a 0 in front of it, if you have a 0, get rid of that 0. That's usually just for the like rendering thing. And then we'll do anim is equal to c.humanoid load animation, and we'll put track, and then anim play. So this will be our animation. And then here, depending on what your button is, you could make a new button. You can call it like Q or whatever you want your slash button to be. Personally, I like mouse. So up here, I'm actually going to do local mouse is equal to player get mouse. And then we'll do mouse button 1. Is that how it works? Click. Hold on, I have to look this up. I get this wrong every single time because UI frame, they have like a whole like button click thing, and it's like mouse button 1 click, button 1 down. Yeah, okay. So button 1 down. You could do up, but down will probably feel more receptive, more like, oh, it happened immediately. So we'll grab this, and we'll do slash. And actually, this might be a good time to teach you guys client-sided hitboxes, would it not? Let's do that. Yeah. Okay, I changed my mind. Grab this, and what we're gonna do is put it here. Like, yeah, okay. Client-sided hitboxes, everybody. I hope you're ready. This will be fun. So, what we're gonna do is, yeah, that's literally okay. Now, this works if you have your sword unequipped, and I'll get to that in a second. As you can see, our pathetic sword animation. But if I equip it, now as you can see, the sword is animated. It's not just static. It is being pulled back, just like we animated it. So that's good proof that it works. But now in here, what we're gonna do is if C find first child sword, then you could also do a variable that just checks if it's equipped or not. You really could, but personally, this is a very good double check. I mean, people say don't do too many ifs, but this is the client, so the client won't take that much of a beating. Here, we're going to create our hitbox on the client. So, there's touch, there's region 3, there's magnitude. I'm going to use region 3. So local reg is equal to region 3.now. And we'll do the old classic make position. See that humanoid root part C frame. C frame.new 0 0. Move it in front of you maybe 3. Because we have a sword, so that's more range than usual. And do .p. When you put .p, it turns the C frame into a position value, which is very, very nice. And here, what we're gonna do is POS, comma, or plus. Yeah, plus. No, minus, because this should be negative, or at least this should be the smallest number, and then the next one should be the biggest number. So vector3.new, we'll do 2, and then comma, POS minus or plus vector3.new 222. With this, we have a region. So now we'll do local R table is equal to workspace find parts in region 3. So reg, and then put C so it ignores your player. And I guess, yeah, this would be maximum parts, but 20 is fine. Unless you got some weird Gundam looking thing. Maybe it has 1,000,000 parts in it. In that case, I don't know, set this to 500. 5 million. Okay. Ugh. My insides are not good. Okay, so with this, we're going to do I, V in pairs, our table. You don't have to do children because it's already a table. When you do see children, get children, I guess. When you do that, it makes a table. This is already a table, so no need. And here, what we're gonna do is, if v, we could aim for the humanoid root part. Yeah, let's aim for the humanoid root part, just like magnitude does. So if v.humanoid root, if v.name is equal to humanoid root part, then we'll do also and v.parent find first child humanoid. Then we'll do, now don't worry about this yet, we'll do slash. And the reason for this is because it's much cleaner, it's more receptive to be able to do instantly detect it rather than have that server and client disconnect. I recommend this only for physical attacks. If you're gonna do some magic shit, never do this. If it's magic, make sure the hitbox is on the server. If it's client, okay, then maybe, or if it's physical, then maybe you could do it on the client. Or yeah, you should. So slash and put comma v.parent. Now you're probably thinking, okay, but if someone triggered the remote and they were all the way over here, they can still deal damage. And you're right. However, that's why we make a check. And with our check, we're gonna do if v1.humanoid, or actually, yeah, okay. If v1.humanoid root part that position minus c.humanoid root part dot position, close these in brackets, dot magnitude is less than 6, I guess, 5, then. So with this if function, it basically checks if you're actually close enough to have dealt that damage. So you can't actually deal it unless you're close enough on the server. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make it deal the damage. So we'll actually do v1.parent, right? Oh, it's already up here. V1 dot humanoid take damage 5. So now we have our client hitbox, and we press play, right? And what should happen is this shouldn't work first try, because man, you gotta be really lucky for that to happen. So if I hit, oh, it works. As you can see, it's client sided. Let's add a debounce. Let's add a cooldown. So, alright. Now, what we're gonna have to do is, just in case, we can stop this on the client, but on the server, what if, like, you know, they bypass the remote, as I was talking about. So, what we're gonna do is, let's make, first for the client, let's do local, local enabled is equal to true. So, if cfind for child and enabled is equal to true, enabled here, then down here we'll put enabled is equal to false, and then after all this table stuff, do weight 0. I'd say 3, 4, 35, and then enabled equal true. And now with this, what we're gonna do right here in le server script, what we're gonna do is local. Okay, I like that. And here we're gonna do local b is equal to instance. Okay, instance.new bool value, and then workspace. Okay, I'm an idiot. C, and then b.name is equal to. Let's do, because we want it only for the players. So like, if you're getting tag teamed, you might as well take all the hits. So if you're getting gangbanged, we'll do c.name dot quotations SD, and we're gonna copy this and do in here on this upper line right here, and cname.ssd, put it in brackets, and then before it put c or v1 find first child this, and then equal nil. So that means it should not exist. I'll zoom out just a little bit. So it should not exist, and then it should look like this. Very long line of a jumbled up mess. Now, when we do this, I forgot to add I forgot to remove it, but because this should only work once then. Yeah, so, oh, it's working multiple times. All right. Oh, I put it in C. My bad. That should be V1. So in V1, put the bool value, and then game.debris, add item, B, and however long the hit should last, or like till the next cooldown. So let's actually do 0.35, just like the thing. Maybe 0.3, just because of that server and client margin. That's a small margin. So now if we rapid click, it isn't going too fast. And yep. And it only hits as many times. Now real fast, I'll show you how to do the multiple hit, because some people can't figure that out. Let's make a second animation real fast. So here, I'll just import this one and then edit it. Here, I'll flip it. Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work as I wanted it to. Yeah, okay, let's just pull him back here. And then, like, bend it. Oh. No, we can make this work. Bend it. Oh, man. Oh, that arm. Oh, look at it. So good. With this arm, what we're gonna do, use his arm a bit here, and then make him, like, slash, but this way. Yes. Perfect. Beautiful. Just like the pros. And we can make it, like, come in. That's not a slash. That's nothing close to a slash. Oh, I know why. Hold on. There we go. It's like, this is like some French pirating slash. And here we can pull it outward. There we go. Alright, cool. This is as good as we're gonna get. I don't know, maybe you can do better than I just did. Okay. Export it. Let's make a /1 or /2 R15 dummy. Submit. You can grab the thing right here. Okay, I didn't mean to open that many. Please have mercy on my computer. Okay. Sword handler. And we're gonna do here, we'll do right here, local combo, I guess, is equal to 0. It's not a combo, it's like a mix and match. So if combo is equal to 0, then combo is equal to 1, else combo is equal to 0 again. So we're gonna copy this, change it back, like, change it back. Put 1 here. Actually, yeah, put this one here, and then grab this one, put it here. So now what happens is we should have both slashes, and you could make even more of this if you put an else if. So now I have both. Now they mix and match. Very nice. Yeah, what I was mentioning is if you do else if combos equal to 1, then you can have more. I don't know, you could do like else if combo is equal to 2 again, and then put like 2 here instead. I think you get the picture. But that's as basic. You know what? Let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. I'm actually feeling pretty good about this. I haven't messed up heavily yet. So, you know what? Actually, here, it's 30 minutes, so I'll call it off here. I was gonna, yeah, let's just call it off here for now. I'll do another part, but yep, that's like the good basics of a sword, a good sword. Now you're probably wondering, how do I apply this to like inventories and whatnot and like all that stuff, tools. Here, I'll show you how to put this in a tool real fast. All right, after a failure of trying to do tools, I just didn't. I stopped. So yeah, as I said, we're in a crunch for time here. So I guess thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Just, all right. I'm just gonna end it normally. See ya.